Esta vez sí recordaré cambiar la pantalla. Mi fondito era de un corazoncito. Churu, churu. Oh, mira que está aquí.
So,
Oh,
Sucrose, the
ok.
package you mentioned that you received before,
Sí, esa Karina.
it's not dangerous, is it?
Entré tiro con mi historia, po, qué mierda.
You need to be careful when you're opening packages. I once had a friend mail me some research materials, and all the bouncing around in transit caused a reaction.
Y ¡pum! ¿Nació Chocapic? ¿O no?
Once I opened it, oh, it let out a stench that could wake the dead. If your package contains anything like that, then maybe you should check with Albedo first and see what he thinks.
No, this package didn't contain any hazardous materials.
Timaeus! Sucrose! What are you two chatting about?
Ah, ¿conocemos a Sakarosa? O sea, a Sakarina. Y la extra avanza como si nada, Brain. ¡Qué balsa!
Oh, hey, you two. We're just talking about a strange package that Sucrose received recently.
A strange package?
Yes, I believe it's from a Sumeru scholar who came here to study in Mondstadt. It's most likely a thank you gift for collaborating on some research together.
Huh? A package from an academia scholar?
Quiero ir a
Then
Sumeru
there could
ya,
be
weón.
anything inside.
There wasn't anything dangerous inside, just a bunch of strange cards.
¿Extrañas?
I think I've seen Timaeus with some similar looking cards before, so I came to ask him about what they might be.
Che, tu madre.
You've seen me with some cards? Maybe those were the testing cards used for distinguishing reagents.
No, they didn't look like test cards. Here, have a look.
Ah, este es el evento.
Oh, you meant these? Huh.
Active el evento del juego de
never
cartas.
seen these before?
No, pensé que era de historia.
Never. Recently, I've been
Por eso
spending
conocen a
all my
Sakarosa,
time up
porque
in the
era del
mountains working on
Dayan.
cultivating pentatonic sweet flowers. Why? Is this an area of research that has started trending in the alchemical community during my absence?
You could definitely say that it's trending, but not as an area of research. It's a card game that's been getting really popular these days. It's called Genius Invocation TCG.
Genius Invocation TCG!
¿Invoqué?
Genius Invocation TCG! Haven't you heard of it before?
No.
Apparently, it's a game that was invented by a scholar in the academia. People from all over are playing it.
That's right. The game's been catching on lately. The Yae publishing house in Inazuma has even published a series of light novels based on the game. The
Cool.
story is really good. It starts with a young guy in Sumeru who finds an ancient casket of tomes in the attic. He opens it and discovers that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King. It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the match, the Crocodile King fell prey to his opponent's scheme and was sealed away in the casket of tomes.
Pero me estás haciendo spoiler del juego, po, hermano.
After being unexpectedly released by the kid, the Crocodile King possesses him and helps him to gradually climb the ranks and become a legendary TCG player.
Timaeus.
Huh? What's wrong, Sucrose? If you're interested in how the story plays out, I can lend you the novels.
Ajá, buena onda.
No. I was just thinking about that time you requested an extension on your progress report deadline, citing personal reasons for the delay.
Well, I did go through a phase recently where I wasn't putting enough focus on my work, but it's under control now. I've committed to not even touch Genius Invocation TCG until I've made enough progress and...
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh? Why?
Well, since it's a gift from a researcher I've collaborated with, I thought that I should at least try to learn the rules. That way, I could say that I at least tried to appreciate his gift.
Claro.
Oh, right! And since it's a game from Sumeru, who knows? Playing it might even make you smarter. Just wait until Paimon plays it enough to become smarter than you! Then you'll be sorry! Although, it seems like we can't learn how to play it anytime soon, cause Timaeus has given up for a while.
Well, research is my priority, you know. But if you'd like to learn the rules of Genius Invocation TCG, then I'd actually suggest you go to the Cat's Tail. Yep, that's the place. It's where everyone in the community goes to play when they have time. They gather there, trade cards, and they're very well. Trying to learn the rules can be intimidating at first, but it's a lot of fun once you get the hang.
Understood. Traveler, Paimon, let's go to the cat.
Vamos
To
a la
be
taberna
honest,
del gato.
hearing Timaeus talking about the game has also piqued my curiosity.
Well,
Vamos, Sakarina, vamos por
Let's
allá.
get going!
Activé esta wea sin querer, pero bueno. Vayamos. Yo tenía pensado no hacerla, pero... aquí no es. Acá. Gatitos. Creo que es primera vez que se entra acá, ¿o no?
Welcome to the Cat's Tail. Ah, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What a nice surprise.
Oliwi.
Oh, and Sucrose the Alchemist.
También
It's been a
venimos con
while,
Sakarina.
hasn't it?
Ok, me pierdo referencias.
I'm
Me
afraid
pierdo
I've already
contexto.
told you before. Fur from the Cat's Tail staff is not for sale, no matter how much mora you offer.
Quizás qué pasó.
Don't worry, Margaret. We're not here for that research project I told you about last time.
Sucrose, what kind of experiment were you trying to do with the cat's tail?
Oh, I just wanted to test out some hypotheses, and I needed some materials.
Ah, qué hora,
But
Julián.
actually, Margaret, we're here to learn more about Genius Invocation TCG.
TCG.
Ah, Genius Invocation TCG. We were just talking about that game. You see, more and more people have been gathering at the Cat's Tail to play, so I thought, why not have a dedicated staff to serve the new customers?
Un gatito.
Allow me to interpret. Prince says that the word customer is much too loose of a term, and we should instead refer to anyone who loves dueling with cards as
Aquí está
TCG
jugando.
players.
My mistake. So it seems I haven't introduced you yet. This is Prince and Shuyan. They will be in charge of taking care of our TCG players.
I'm afraid I must correct you there, ma'am. Only Prince, the strongest and most formidable TCG player of all, is capable of providing
Okay.
valuable guidance to our new players.
Si usted puede, hágalo.
The average player is incapable of grasping the subtlety and sheer genius behind Prince's every play, and he has no choice but to rely on me to communicate with everyone.
Wow! Another guy who can understand animals!
How can you use such a crude word as animal to describe the one and only Prince? He is special and the only one of his kind. Such a remark is an insult to Prince.
Un gatito.
Oh? What's that? Shu Yan. In the eyes of the common folk, I look no different than any other ordinary cat. It's a natural mistake to make, and you shouldn't overreact. Ah, understood. I do apologize.
Un culiao humilde el gatito.
It seems he really is capable of communicating with the cat. Could this be the result of some modification to the link?
Seriously, how can he get all of that from a simple meow?
It was the duels of Genius Invocation TCG that allowed our hearts to bond. It's understandable.
So, playing Genius Invocation TCG fosters some sort of a telepathic link between players?
Creo que no.
Somehow Paimon doubts that.
Uh-huh. Anyway, if you'd like to know anything about... Though I'd love to explain more myself, it's time for my daily walk. I'll let Prince play a game with you and walk...
Just as a seasoned warrior can foresee the path of his opponent's sword, so too can I, as a TCG master, predict my opponent's every play. It would be improper to pit a newcomer to the art of the card against one such as myself. And I... That's what Prince said.
Dijo todo eso con un simple miau.
Oh, Prince doesn't want to play with us, huh? Fine, then Prince doesn't have to. We'll play you.
I'm sorry, but from the day I met the mighty card master Prince, I swore an oath that my hands would live solely to hold the cards and not to play them. I will never play another match.
If Prince is unwilling to play, then I guess we should look for an alternative. How about this? Diona!
Blah,
Estaba
blah,
ahí.
blah. What is it? I'm pretty busy over here, you know.
Puta la buena pesada.
Why is it that every player that sets foot in here to play Genius Invocation TCG has to have a drink? Ugh! Don't they have any clue that the key to playing a game is the ability to think straight?
Pero es que curado se juega mejor, pa' amiga. ¿Cómo no me entiende?
Seriously, games and drinks don't mix. Don't they get that? Ugh!
What can I say? As the tavern owner, I can't help but feel happy to hear this. Anyway, I see you've been working hard, so I thought you could use a break. So, why not?
Yeah, what kind of break is that? I'd rather not.
Se nos enojó Diona.
Oh, why are we letting all these loafers come in here to play Genius Invocation TCG anyway? All it does is encourage more people to come to the bar for it. You know, if drink sales keep going up like this, pretty soon Mondstadt's alcohol industry is gonna reach new... Looks like my first step in destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry should be...
No.
My dear, you are quite mistaken. You said it yourself, a clear mind is necessary to win. Soon, their thirst for victory. Prince speaks the truth, Diona. Not only is the spread of Genius Invocation TCG no obstacle to your goal of destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry, it could even support...
Could it really?
Sure, why not? Alrighty then. Our 2 customers are waiting to learn. Shuyan, let's put you on drink mixing duty for now.
Ahora es una orden. Diona, estás cagada. Tienen que salir.
But Shu Yan is destined for a far greater purpose.
Shuyan, drink mixing, now.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, all right. We'll need some space to learn.
Vamos a aprender. ¿Un gatito? Bueno, humilde. Vamos. Diana, enséñame.
Okay, let's go through the rules. First things first. You'll be needing your deck.
Deck?
Deck.
Yes. You should have built a deck. You know, a set of cards that meets the bare minimum requirement to play the game.
Pero amiga, recién acabo de encontrar las cartas.
What's with the blank stares? Come on. Don't tell me you came to learn Genius Invocation TCG without bringing any cards.
That's right. We have some cards that I received from a friend.
Ahí se puso... Seguriza.
Yeah. You're gonna need a few more cards than that.
¿No tienes cartas de prueba o un mazo preconstruido?
Okay, let me think. To learn the game, you'll need at least 2 character cards to switch between. Oh, that reminds me. A few days ago, when I was closing up for the night, I noticed a customer had left a couple of character cards on the bar.
Are you sure that's okay?
It's already been a few days, and he still hasn't come back to claim them. Who knows? Maybe he left them here on purpose.
O quizá está tan curado que no se acuerda dónde los dejo.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got them here with me. You know, just in case the customer came looking for them. Yeah. Not because I... Alright, so now we have 2 character cards. That's everything. Yup. So, are you ready to start? Alright.
Vamos, comencemos. Carta de personaje y tipo de ataque.
Welcome to the world of Genius Invocation TCG. Simply put, this is a game where you control character cards to duke it out with your opponent. Pew, pew, pew. Once you've defeated all of your opponent's character cards, victory shall be yours. Now then, you're gonna need a character on the field to start with.
Bueno, supongo que tendré que ocupar esta.
Let's finish this swiftly.
First, we roll 8 elemental dice at the start of every round.
8 dados. Caleta.
These dice correspond to elemental energy. We'll be spending these dice to perform actions. Once the roll phase is over, you'll enter the action phase, where the real game starts. During the action phase, you can spend elemental dice to perform various actions. Of course, the most common action is to use character skills.
Ya, este tiene un ataque y uno de defensa, 3 ataques, 4 y no sé qué es. Ah, esos son los puntos de daño que puedo ocupar.
Not bad. You just made your during the action phase. Both sides will take turns making their after you use a skill to attack your
Hola, perro.
opponent. It's their turn to attack.
¿Se queda acá? Se queda acá. ¿Rito? ¿Que vinieron a echar acá? ¿Quieres saludar? ¿No? Ay, creo que entendí algo.
And as you can see, once the enemy finishes their
Ah, pero y... Pero Riven, acaba de entrar para acá. Ah, pero se van gastando los dados.
Now, these are Omni Element dice. They can be spent on any move regardless of the elemental type.
Ya vale. Claro, y mi ataque vale si cuesta 3 de fuego.
So, we're gonna use them to pay for the pyro dice needed for this skill.
¿Cuándo? Pero no que son 3. Ah, ahí están los 3. Ya, vale.
That was pretty good. That's one opponent down for the count. But the game has only just begun. Remember? You have to
Oh.
As much as we'd like to attack again, seems like we've run out of usable dice. In that case, let's end this round. After you end round, you won't be able to do anything else this round. And once everyone chooses end round, we can move on to the next round.
Ah, claro, porque no podemos hacer nada. Tampoco tiene ya nada más que atacar. So, ahora tenemos los dados de nuevo.
Right, here we are, a fresh new round. Woohoo! And a fresh new round means time to. Ooh, that's some terrible luck. Well, there's no way we'll be able to use D-Luke's skill now. But don't worry, situations like these are why we have the option to. Once per round, you can select all the dice that you don't like and re-roll them.
Ya, tenemos la opción de volver a lanzar los dados que no queremos. Está bien. Ya.
When the action phase begins, the player who first chose end round in the previous round, this means that since you finished first the last round, you'll be the first to start this. Alrighty then, let's learn a little bit about energy and elemental. Each time you use a skill, your character will gain 1 energy.
Vale.
Once D-Luke's energy is full, he can use a powerful elemental burst. But never mind. Let's start with the normal. D-Luke's normal attack only needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of any type.
Ah, ya. Uno es fuego y el negro es de cualquier. Entonces puedo usar este.
In any case, your normal attack needs.
No, ya está hecho. Ese y ese. Ahí están los 3. Ah, bueno.
Now we have 3 energy, plus we have enough pyro elemental dice left over. It's time to use.
Ah, pero tenemos que tener también dado para usarla.
In an actual game of Genius Invocation TCG, you need to use multiple character cards to form a party. Next up, it's time for your second character card, Kaya. Oh, it seems like any move by Kaya is gonna cost quite a lot of cryo dice.
Yeah.
When you deal cryo damage, you'll cause your target to be affected by cryo.
Freeze!
Good! Now our opponent is affected by cryo. This is a good time to learn about elemental react. Different types of elemental damage affect enemies with different elements. When a character is affected by certain elemental combos, an elemental reaction will be at the
Como
moment. Your
en la
opponent
guerra.
is affected by cryo, so
Déjalo
we should
allá.
try and use a pyro skill on them. Looks like we have to switch active characters though.
Gracias. Aquí no ha pasado nada. Ah, ya, ahora está con Crio y debemos usar una habilidad Pyro que tendremos que cambiar el personaje. Ok.
Oh, that reminds me. Both sides must have one active character, while others are considered standby characters. Normally, we can only use the active characters. Now, in this case, we'll have to switch to... You can spend one elemental die of any kind to switch a standby character to the active character.
Gasta uno dado elemental de cualquier tipo. Vale.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Switching characters is an action, just like using a skill. So once it's done, it's your opponent's turn. Most skills can only target the active character. As you can see, your opponent just attacked D-Luke. Alright then, now that D-Luke is our active character, it's time... Because the opponent is already affected by cryo, dealing pyro damage triggers the melt elemental reaction. When triggered, melt increases damage dealt by 2.
Buena.
This will allow you to deal loads of damage in one go! Genius Invocation's elemental reaction system is
Bien. ¿Cuánto duelo van a hacer? Un gatito.
Alright! Next up, let's learn how to use card types other than... These cards are all known. Each time a match starts, you have to draw 5 action cards to form your starting hand.
Ya, cada vez se está haciendo más complicado esta weá.
Uh-oh. Looks like we don't have any elemental dice we can spend to make an attack.
Malo.
Seriously? We still don't have any usable dice even after that reroll? Well, never mind. Even in cases like this, we can still attack. We just need to put the action cards in our hand to good use. Don't underestimate action cards. They can grant all kinds of support and buffs. So playing this action card will require 2 of these. See the symbol? Yeah, that means you'll need to play elemental dice of the same type.
O sea, Crio. Tengo 2 Crio. Daño más 1. Solo puedo llevarle equipada al personaje que use mandoble.
Some other cards will cost you these instead. The cost requirements for these are much more lenient. You can spend any kind of elemental dice. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. For now, just play this act. So, playing an action card from your hand is a form of fast action. Fast actions do not end your current turn. Simply put, you can continue to act even after playing an action card. Well then, you have your blade. Time to test it out. But wait, D-Luke's elemental skill costs 3 pyro dice, and right now, we don't even have 1. Well, not a problem. This is where we can use a more advanced mechanic known as elemental tuning. By discarding 1 card from your hand, you can convert 1 elemental die into the element of your current active character.
Puedes descartar de tu mano para convertir un dado elemental. Ya.
And this card isn't useful right now, so we might as well use it for elemental tuning.
Bueno, no tenemos bueno que ocupe esta agua, así que podemos desechar y cambiamos Pyro.
Sometimes you won't be able to perform any actions you want to because you didn't roll the elemental dice you wanted. Oh well, in Genius Invocation TCG, keeping up a constant flow of combat is much more important than the number. In this case, well, let's just take all these useless cards and use them for elemental, just like playing cards. Come on, hurry up!
Claro, podemos cambiar estas cartitas que nos sirven. Ahora tenemos 3 Pyro.
Well, would you look at that? Finally, we now have an... Because you have the White Iron Greatsword equipped, Searing Onslaught will deal 1 extra damage!
Entonces en vez de 3, ahora atacamos con 4. Buena. Puta, otro módulo.
Now comes the final part! Hoo-yeah! In a real match, you can make it. At this time, we can select any number of cards in our hand to shuffle back into the draw pile, and then draw the 6... Once you have confirmed any adjustments you wish to make to your starting hand, both players have to select their starting active character. Oh boy, this one's a real doozy. We gotta take it out. Let's see how you do
mira.
this time. Remember,
Elige
start by selecting your
al-
initial starting character.
Hoy tenemos un buen frigio. Tenemos que elegir el personaje antes de tirar los dados. O sea, puede que yo de todo elija el de fuego, pero me salgan puros dados de hielo. Puta, cagué, pero un turno en cambiar de jugador.
This will be interesting.
Tengo 2 críos. Puta que soy weón.
Hey, look at you! You sure are getting the hang of... You can preview your opponent's actions. I mean, that is to say, you can... Check it out! So here's where you can see all your opponent's intentions for this round. All your opponent's intended actions for the round will be listed here in order. Reference this to come up with effective countermeasures. And well then, that's the end of the tutorial.
Ok. Vamos. Está bien. Bien. Puta. Puta, pero de todas formas no puedo atacar. no voy a hacer nada, po.
Wait. There's one more thing I almost forgot. Every time you hit an end phase, you get to draw 2 cards from your action cards pile.
Vale.
Remember, you have to make use of both your elemental dice and your action.
Claro, porque él decidió terminar primero. Au. Podemos atacar con esto. Bien.
Oh, so sorry.
Puta. ¿Cómo cambio? Ah, acá.
Let's go.
¿Por qué le he pegado? No sé. ¿Cómo? Ah, ¿verdad que tengo que gastar ya? Fin de la ronda, no puedo hacer nada. Ah, también había... Vale. Bueno, culia mala. Vamos, quiero fuego. Puta los conchos. Ah, bueno, tengo esta wea. Au. Le ponen una agüita. Vete aquí. Ah, tienen que ser iguales. Vale. Pero bueno. Ya ven. Podemos pegarle con 3 de fuego. Lo hemos matado. Se me entretiene, pero tengo que jugar con las cartitas de abajo.
All right, cool. Those are the basics. Did you get all that? What we just played was an adventure challenge designed specially for new players. Genius Invocation TCG can be played in duel mode, where each player brings 3 character cards, or in adventure challenge mode, with a fixed deck for each challenge. But the rules are all the same. As long as you understand the basics, then you should...
Although I feel there are still many details to grasp, I think I understand the basic premise of the game now.
O sea, la base está ahí, pero uno aprende realmente a jugar con estrategia y con el uso nomás.
That was quite the detailed explanation. I didn't know the cat's tail's famous.
What? Oh, when did you get here?
I stepped in while you were in the middle of your explanation. I hope I didn't dampen the mood.
You have slow reactions. Wait, are you copying me? Shh. Anyway, what are you doing here?
The Cat's Tail is a player in Mondstadt's alcohol industry. Naturally, you have some collaboration with my winery. I'm here today to discuss a few items of business with Margaret.
Y no escucho.
Too bad she just left. But if you head off right now, you might still catch up with her.
Never
No creo
mind,
que,
it's
no va a ser
nothing
que era aquí
urgent.
esperando.
In fact, I think I'm now more interested in this card that you're using to teach them the game.
Wait, this card? It's Diluc's character card.
Recién se dio cuenta.
Although I have some degree of experience with Genius Invocation TCG, seeing this particular card is a first for me.
A customer left it behind a few days ago, but he wasn't even playing the game while he was here.
Oh? And what sort of a customer was he?
No habrá sido el hermano.
He wasn't wearing an eye patch, okay? He had a light complexion and a super serious look on his face. He wasn't much of a talker and looked like he was just drinking his words.
Eye patch, you say?
Gah! I was trying to give the opposite description, but I just ended up giving it away. Sorry, guard captain.
Sí sabía quién era.
Don't worry. Somehow, I don't think he'll be giving you any trouble over it.
So, what about the Diluc character card?
I don't mind. It's just a card with my image on it.
I didn't expect Diluc to be familiar with Genius Invocation TCG.
The game has been catching on lately. It's hard to go anywhere without hearing it mentioned. Every now and then, I'll sit down and play a game
Es
with the
hora
customers and Angel Share.
del duelo.
I was hoping we could play a game, but this issue of someone leaving a character card with my image of the cat's tail, it's getting late. And someone has some explaining to do.
Ok.
We'll have... Good.
Igual no quería pelear con usted.
Then I'll take my leave.
Vaya a ver, hermano.
You know where the door is. Uh-oh. Guard captain.
I hope Kaya will be alright. Well, now that we are familiar with the rules, why...
Ooh, 2 new players having their first ever duel. But in order to play an official duel, you remember, a complete deck has to have 3 character cards and 30 action cards. Got it?
Vale.
Then, let's use my cards. These were mixed in with all the others I had received. And I didn't know what they were for at first. But now that we've looked now, it looks like we each have the Kaya, Diluc, and Sucro's character cards. So why don't we have our first... All right, let's...
Son las mismas. No, Amber.
Unlike the adventure challenge you tried previously, duels are true tests of strength between 2 players. In a duel, your opponent can also use action cards, and they'll also be able to grab new cards during it at the same time. Your opponent must also spend elemental dice to take actions, so you'll be unable to view their intent. Are you ready? It's time for some exhilarating...
Vamos a ir con este desgraciado.
Let's go.
Anemo contra... Esta buena. ¡Ay, la chucha! No quiero hielo, quiero fuego. Oh, bueno, ya. My turno. Creo que esta espada no es para él, ¿cierto? Vale. ¿Qué es esto? Evento transfiere una carta de equipamiento de arma en alguno de tus personajes a otro personaje. Ah, ya. Antes de que termine esta ronda, todos los aliados normales del personaje compartieron un examen. Estamos con 3. Chucha. Chucha. ¿Todo para atacar dos nomás? Qué wey. No caché, weón. No. Puta. Yo también, pues. Es que no tengo nada, po. Y 3 para hacer ataque. Ok, ya, finalizamos. Puta, weón. Ah, carta culia mala. O sea, dados culios malos. Uff.
Stand clear.
Oh, pegó 4, chucha. Tengo uno de fuego. Entonces puedo tirar esta. ¿Ah? Espera, wait a momento. ¿Por qué tengo sacarosa ahora? ¿Por qué se cambió a sacarosa? Lo estoy preparando, pero creo que no voy a poder atacar. Ah, sí. Bueno. Oh, le pega a todos. Declaro fin de ronda. Bueno, yo puedo atacar otra vez. Ah, era solo por un turno. Ah, qué bastardo. Ok. Fin de la ronda. Espérate, no. Ay, cartas culiadas malas. Ah, espérate, estoy con Anemo. Tengo Anemo. Vale, vale, vale. Ya tengo este botón de viento, no Anemo. Viento. Otra wea.
According to the rules, it costs dice and energy to unleash an elemental burst. Animal hypostasis emulation!
Eso, de, ah, no, Anemo. Este es dentro. Ajá. Sí. Adiós. Yo creo que ahora podríamos atacar. A ver, podemos atacar con esto. Sí, oh, la hoja con uno.
Absorption test!
Creo que yo puedo atacar. Con esto. Mira, ¿cuándo se cambió de equipo? Sé que me pierdo esta wea. Pero no tengo dados. A ver pero si puedo hacer este ataque, ya. Hagamos este ataque. Ah, igual la matamos.
Darn. I didn't factor that into the equation.
¿Esto? ¿Aló? ¿Qué tal? Bien, bien. Bienvenidos. Aquí estoy. Sin querer activé el evento de las cartitas. Así que estoy jugando con las cartitas, po. Iba a avanzar con la historia, pero quedé enterrado en esto. Y está entrete, ¿eh? Bueno, yo jugué cuando chico Mito y Leyenda, así que igual me gustan los juegos de cartas. Avánzale, que es un chingo. Oh, está interesante, está divertido, aunque de repente me pierdo y no me di cuenta cuando el adversario cambia de personaje. Pero menos mal que por alguna razón que no entiendo, la habilidad de esta tipa le pegaba a todo, así que igual se murió. Ya de nivel 2 y he peleado con un montón de gente. Buena, buena. Al parecer funciona el juego, está interesante. Pero a ver, ahora no tengo dados, así que tengo que... Fíjate qué. Bueno. Acabo mi turno. Oh, por fin un libro, bueno. Vamos, daditos. Ya te la compro. Ese foro vamos a dejar ahí, por si acaso. Ya, sí, tenemos buenos dados. Oh. Vamos a estar armando brigio. Au. Mi turno. A ver, necesito dos de esta cosa y dos normales, ¿o no? O no, dos de tierra. No, me estoy hueveando, ¿en serio? Pero, ¿Puedo esto?
Enhanced Animal Module 75.
Ok. Ya, ¿qué? ¿Se le acabaron los dados? ¿Los dados? Ok, perfecto. A ver, ¿qué podemos hacer? ¿Podemos tirar esta cosita? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Va a cambiar de personaje? Ah, no entiendo. Bueno, atacamos con esto.
Animal Test 6308.
Ah, ya, sí, hizo un cambio de personaje. Ya, vale. A ver, ahora no puedo hacer nada, po. ¿Y esto qué hace? Invocación. Fase final. Inflige 2 de daño. Animo. Número de uso 3. Cuando alguno de tus personajes invocaciones causa una reacción. Ok. A ver, Sacarina. Usted no me sirve para nada ahora. Y este weón necesita uno de fuego y dos normales. ¿Podría cambiar este weón? Ah, pero al cambiarlo me va a ocupar un dado. Yo tengo 3 dados. No, no puedo hacer nada. Aunque sí podría cambiarlo. No, pero según le queda 4 de vida, ¿no? Pues me lo van a pitear al toque. Podría cambiar a este. O ponerle esta cosita de acá. Más daño. No solo puedo llevar los personajes que ocupen catalizador. Ya. Puta la wea. ¿Cuánto van a decir esta wea? ¿2? Ah, pero 2 de esta weita, ¿no? Un elemental. Necesita específicamente dar un elemental para pagar su coste. Ok. No. Finalizo mi turno. Buena. Cositos. Qué tirada más mala. Chantémosla ahora. Puta la wea. No, se me va a morir esta desgraciada. Ay, ¿valdrá la pena colocar un arma? Yo creo que no. Y tampoco tengo hielo, así que aunque me cambie, no serviría. A ver, tendría que seguir con Sacarina. A ver, pero necesito 2 de eso para crear esta cosa. Y tengo uno, o no, tengo 2, tengo 3. Pero me la van a matar. A ver, podría gastar en esto. Aquí necesito 2 unicosos. A ver. ¿Puedo gastar esta mierda dentro? Sí. A ver, le chantamos un arma para que ataque un poquito más fuerte. Y tiene esta wea rara. Podría ocupar a Sacarina para hacer este ataque. O este ataque. Vaya, hagamos con este. Sí, dale.
Absorption Test.
Bien. ¿Ahora me va a matar? ¡No! Oh, hermano. Ah, pero necesito 3 cartas. Me faltan 2. A ver, pero esto no lo quiero. Dame un dendro, sí. No, o sea, un ánimo. Bueno, llevas a cabo una acción pasaje, gasta un dado elemental menos. Ya, pero no tengo para gastarlo. Que no me sirve. Dame otro de ánimo. Yo era 5, 1, 2, 3, tengo 4 nomás. Pero hagamos esto. Uy, le pegamos a este weón también. Matamos a este weón y este weón lo dejamos con 1. ¿Sí? Me convence.
Animal Test 6308.
I'm not done.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Bien. ¿En serio no puedo? No, no puedo, weón. Qué weón. ¿Y esta cosa? ¿Cuándo ataca, weón? Ah, la fase final. Entonces, acabo mi turno. Creo que esta tipa me la van a matar al siguiente turno. ¿Pudiera cambiarlo? ¿Cómo se llama mi personaje? Con este de acá.
This will be interesting.
Y ahora sí. Hagamos mi turno.
Where did I
Buena. Se me había olvidado que esa wea ataca. Excelente.
I can't believe I lost when we had the exact same character cards. The rules must be more complicated than I first thought.
Sí, puede que no.
Every decision is a difficult trade-off in this game. If there was
Bueno,
only a way to transplant
a
the
la
arms
hora-
of the two standby characters onto the active character's body.
A la hora que no te hubiera destruido tu cosito. Porque ella también activó esa cosita rara. Pero justo tiene una carta que lo invalidaba. Entonces, a la hora que no hubiera invalidado esa cosa, me hubiera matado.
That's not how the rules work, Sucrose.
Excelente. Buena.
Don't be
buena.
a sore loser. That kind of thing is looked down on in TCG circles.
Oh, I am sorry. I was beaten fair and square. I know that. I just can't stand losing.
Exacto.
But it was a fun match.
Tomó fue una partida divertida, un duelo muy reñido.
Paimon didn't know you could get so competitive, Sucrose.
No, así esa Karina es terrible hecho ahora, weón.
I always get a little upset when I lose. It's like that with my research too.
Siempre me
It always
enerva.
gets to me when my experiments don't go as planned. Especially when there's an alchemy genius like Albedo around to compare myself to.
Bueno, yo te entiendo cuando yo hago un código y la cuestión no funciona, puta, igual molesta, po. Porque nunca funcionan todas a la primera, siempre hay algo falla. Y si todo funciona bien a la primera, es porque algo estoy haciendo mal. O algo se me olvidó hacer. Y dicho y hecho.
You lost me at alchemy and experiments. But I'm pretty sure it's normal to feel that way. Playing cards is no different. Each game you lose makes you want to win the next one to settle the
Sí.
score. And the desire to seizing victory through a winning combination of luck, skill, and experience is where all the fun of Genius Invocation lies.
Claro. Porque hay suerte, pero también hay estrategia, po.
But what if you keep trying and never win a single game?
En ese caso hay dos opciones. O compras cartas mejores, o vendes todas tus cartas.
A losing streak, yeah. That'll definitely get you down. But it's way better to keep trying until you win than to just accept you're a plain old loser and
O
give up.
también, sí, también funciona.
You make a good point, Diona.
Besides,
Diona.
Sucrose, you're already making great progress. It'd take at least 8 of our regular booze hounds to match your level. You play.
Thank you. I'm just a little disappointed to lose, that's all. But Genius Invocation TCG is a really fun game.
Al menos siento eso. Aunque. ¿Otra vez está ruborizada? Ah, yo pensé que se había ruborizado por otra vez. Su personaje tiene rubor en la carita.
Good. Having fun is the main thing. If you ever want to play again in the future, feel free to come by the Cat's Tail. But don't expect me to play with you. I just mean, this place probably has the right atmosphere.
Pero amiga, ¿por qué tan tsundere?
I'll definitely be back.
All right. I think you should have all the basics down by now. I need to get back to bartending. Shiyan's likely been busy making his tavern more popular with his delicious cocktail. Huh. Burning Mondstadt's wine industry to the ground keeps me pretty busy, you know. So if you need any more help, go bother Shiyan.
Muchas gracias. Deje de molestar. Entonces con el gatito puedo jugar.
Told you I'd win.
¿Verdad? Muchas gracias. Está entretenido el juego, pero necesito avanzar con la historia. Y que otro día venga a jugar. De hecho, ni siquiera he hecho las diarias. Sí de mal estoy. A ver. Igual gastamos su buena minuto ahí. No, yo creo que por acá mejor. Ya. El lunes descubrimos que nuestra hermana está viva, pero está con el enemigo.
I won't let you down.
Antes de ir para allá, quiero comerme estas vallas que están aquí. Hola cabros, ¿cómo están?
That's more like it.
Ah, el suelo mierda. Vengan para acá. ¡Oh, se murió! ¡Ay, se murió! ¿Y vos? ¿Eran 3? Bueno, eran. Mascarita. Comillo, un trigo.
Told you I'd win.
Nada interesante. A ver. La otra marca estaba por acá. Ah, acá está. Vayas, me la robo. Ahora sí que sí, vamos a la etapa. ¿Por qué me marca 2? Yo no he marcado 2. Elimina 8 monstruos, puta que lata.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Ya vamos. Está muy lejos. Oh, una flor. Hola cabros.
No escape.
¡Ay! Vamos a apagar el fuego.
I'll race you there.
Ay, me engancho.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Oh, fallé. Ay, ay, no, reventan todo. Puta. Ahí, no, se puso como Blade, el desgraciado. Vamos, cargadito. Pega más fuerte. ¡Uy, se murió! ¡Muere de mierda! Y yo también. ¿Esto te creció? Con un poquito de agua. Ay, que se demoran matarlo. Vamos. Bien.
This dance is for you.
Creo que no debe haberlo ocupado. Ay, voló. Pero muérete. Gracias.
Eyes on me.
Electrocutado por weón. ¿Y se murió? ¿Este también se muere? ¡Ah! ¡Chocó en el árbol! ¡Qué bueno! ¡Ay, se murió Zoro! Como este amiguito, le quemé el escudo. Qué lástima. Qué
Bet you can't
lástima.
keep up with me. Let it rain.
Quémese, quémese. Bien. ¡Au!
Cheating.
Me alcanzó. Quémese. Quémese. Molesta al muñeco. ¡Al muñeco! No, va a poner otro escudo. Vamos, que se muere. Mátalo, mátalo, mátalo. Ay, qué desgracia. Muérete luego. ¡Oh, no! Hermano, por favor. Se quiere morir, amigo. Ay, por fin. Es agradable el tío. Bueno, estaba a nada de vida, pero el escudo lo estaba salvando. A ver. Para acá. Y nos vamos desde aquí. Y así aprovecho de comerme estas cositas que están acá. Para allá no es. Primero estaba por acá arribita. ¿Dónde está? No te veo. Vayas, vayas. No te veo. Ah, que estás más adelante. Acá está. Cositos. No, te subas al árbol. Por acá. Con esas cositas se hacen mucha comida deliciosa que recuperan hasta vida.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Por poca comida. ¿Y dónde está? Ahí está. Así que todas las que consiga son bienvenidas. ¿Por qué no? Matar a ese monstruo. O sea, es la que viene con el maguito. O slime. Slime. El correo.
No one escapes my sight.
Au. Uy, buena. Le hice harto daño a todos.
Go,
Muy bien al muñeco. Pero yo me concentro. No, abre el escudo, no. Ahora. Justo me moví. No salte, no salte. Definitivamente los slimes se mueren más rápido que el señor mago. Oh, ¿por qué se borró esto del mapa? Ah, no, este otro. Oh, bueno. Ah, si no. Esta de acá. Bien, perfecto. Llevamos dos, nos faltan dos. Nos falta el de acá y el de la ciudad. El de acá, creo que... No, esto está abajo, ¿no? Creo que llego desde acá. Ah, también llegaba de allá. Bien. Habla con Elon Musk. Ah, ya. Es una misión de traducción. Ustedes están aquí porque... No me vea, que no me vea. ¡Oh, un cofre!
Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
Bueno. Inesperado. Con cuidado. No vaya a ser que justo son los que ella necesita. Ay, ay, no, que no me vean, que no me vean, que no me vean, que no me vean. Puta, me vieron los desgraciados. Corre, amiga. Puta, están acá.
Bet you can't keep up with
Ardilla.
me.
Bueno, encontramos otro de estas cositas. ¿Se fueron? Ya, se fueron. Un cofre. Siempre hay que buscar el lado positivo. A la hora que no huyo de lo bueno, quizás cuando hubiera descubierto esa cosita. ¿Quién camina ya? ¿Aló? ¿Quién eres tú? ¿Cómo con animal? ¿O qué? ¿Oh, buena? Igual son caritas tan mierda, ¿eh? Me las llevo igual. Dorada. Está tan barata. Ancho de lobo, ¿cuántas tengo de estas cositas? 11 llevo entonces. Me llevo 5. ¿Y esta cosa? ¿Cuántas tengo? Tengo 8. Tomemos más, por si acaso. Uno nunca sabe. Muchas gracias. Elon Musk. Venga por acá. Nos vemos de nuevo. ¿Te acuerdas de mí? Sí, 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 sí. Vamos. Ok. Oh, mira. Comida. No. Igual en un lugar piola para encontrar comida. Ahora sí vamos. Aló. Vamos a que lee los versos. Che, tu madre.
No escape.
¿Me habré equivocado? ¿Es un caleta? ¿Qué te pasa?
To ashes!
Dance with the waves.
Au.
I got him. Yeah.
Bien. Usted deje de usar vientito. Es molesto. Aprovechamos que aguanta por allá lejos. Bien. ¿Otro más?
Let it rain.
Oh, eso le dolió. A quemar su escudito. A quemar su escudito. ¡Ay! Buena. Se me muere. Se me muere. Se me muere. Ok. Creo que tu poema no fue muy bonito. O yo elegí mal las palabras. Oh, pobrecita. Bueno, hice lo que pude, pero no fue suficiente. Volvamos acá. Otra vez, la aspirante de caballero. La aspirante a caballo. ¿Qué me vas a pedir ahora hacer?
I won't let you down.
No tengo ni... Tengo solamente te di una cargadito. ¿Qué es lo que es? A ver, ¿qué hay que hacer?
Ugh. How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
¿Funcionará el ataque de lleno?
Can't handle your drink.
So that's how to do it.
Bueno.
I'm impressed.
Bueno. Esto fue fácil.
Jean's sword fighting is so much better than
Ya vámonos. Fotogemas gratis, muchas gracias. Ahora vamos a canjear la comida. Vuela, amiguita.
Get ready for the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
¿Cómo está Glory? ¿Qué? Adiós. Ay, que me cayó. A ver cómo va la cocina. Buena. Solo tengo 2. Azúcar tengo solamente 1. Pero puedo hacer muchas de estas cositas. 10 más 1. Buena. También puedo hacer de esto, ¿no? Estos son mejores. A ver, aquí hay algo que no he cocinado antes. Y esto tampoco. Amber, sal de aquí. Sal de la cocina, Amber. Ok. Ya, aunque me gaste azúcar. Amber, aléjate de la cocina. Oh, ¿no hay nadie más? Bueno. ¿Cuántas puedo hacer? 4 más. ¡Ay! Alto. Uno más. Y ahí. Ya, bien.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the adventurers. Thank you for completing.
Vale. ¡No!
Ad Astra Abyss.
¿Cuánto comida trajiste? ¿Cuánto trajiste algo? Vaya nuevo. Bien, te fue bien. Vaya. De acá, ¿cómo les fue a los cabros? Bien, 2 honguitos. Bien. Creo que tenía que haber recogido esto y después cocinar.
I'll race you there.
¿Ves? Puedo hacer 2 de esto más. Chucha. A ver, ¿qué más activé? Activé esto, activé esto. Que hayan pites. Puedo hacer 4 de esto. Vamos. Ay, no hizo una extra. Vamos a aprovechar este, aunque sea poco de fuerza. Son 10. El otro que gana son 15. Oh, buenas, gracias. Así aprendemos una receta nueva. Mermelada. Azúcar. Jamoncitos. Arrollado, no, esto tengo muchos. Significa que no hay mucho para usarlo. A ver. Más, ¿qué más? ¿Qué más? Tocino. Tengo muchos. Salchichitas también. Ya.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
Puedo cocinar más de esto. De esto. 2 más porque se me acaban los piñones, ¿cierto? Sí, está la wea. Bueno, otro más. Stop. Ok. Ahora me faltan piñones. Pero ahora podemos continuar con la historia. Oh, no se ha muerto mejor también. No. Historia. Aquí está la mierda. Esta era la torre. ¿No?
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up.
En verdad que seguimos triste.
Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Then Paimon will be sure to keep up the good work.
Ay, le hacemos feliz con ese halago.
Although, where should we go next? If we want to to continue with the journey... Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Ooh, Paimon supports that idea. Just the thought of... Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in.
Estamos en barquito.
Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance?
Perdido, ¿no?
Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already. Atsuko in Lua Harbor. She's from Inazuma. Let's see what she has to say.
Vamos. Viento de otoño y hojas escarlata, activade. Linda foto. Al puerto. Podría llegar desde acá, ¿no? Está muy lejos. Bueno, vamos para allá. Yo creo que sí llegamos volando. Oye, me costó abrir con la mano derecha. ¡Me perdí! Ya, ahora sí. Estamos llegando, ¿no es cierto? Sí, me estoy quedando sin vuelo. Actívate. Au. ¿Quién tosió, amigo? Tápese la boca, señor.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local.
No, no te preocupes.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Sí.
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Great! We came to the right person!
Pero...
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Dígame cómo, por qué.
Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supplies soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end.
Naufragaste.
Then, I blacked out.
De pura cueva llegaste acá.
But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me. Ah, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the...
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Entiendo.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other 2 commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liyue Chising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule, loyal yet unfeeling.
Pero entonces sí se puede entrar, pero son controlados brillo.
It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this, but after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
No, pero es que no entiendo. A ver, ¿están cerradas las fronteras o no están cerradas? Porque si están cerradas, entonces ¿cómo puedo tramitar la documentación necesaria para entrar? A menos que con tramitar la documentación se refiere a falsificar mi identificación para pasar piola.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed.
Vale. Me acabas de responder la pregunta que tenía recién, claro. La isla no es autosustentable, por lo cual tienen que tener un puerto para comercializar productos y weas así, po. Y obtener info. Pero los cabros tratan de entrar, pero nunca lo dejan entrar. Pero, o sea, está como la posibilidad de entrar, pero nunca se la dan a nadie.
But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
You're right. Paimon's sure Beto of all people will be able to get us there. Her crew is super strong. But Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to take the risk.
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyun Stone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beto.
Entonces sí había que buscar a Beidou, po. Vamos, Beidou, ¿dónde estás, amiga? Ah, está en el agua. Bueno, pero ¿dónde está? Está en la mierda. Ah, el paquito que se veía de lejos. ¿Llegaremos nadando? Supongo que para algo se verán esas cosas.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Lo primero, más importante, tengo que elevarme lo más que pueda. Por aquí no. creo que no voy a llegar. Chucha. Aquí se ve como que me puedo parar, ¿o no? Puta, bueno. Ah, acá sí. Gracias. Ah, no se ve tan lejos. Pero voy a seguir subiendo. ¿Cómo tan cabrón? Me quemó. ¿Se cayó? Se cayó. Ok. A ver. Pero no salte tanto. Puta no, weón. Ah, conche de tu madre. Vamos ya, a la mala. A la mala. Me caes mal. Au. No te había pagado. Ok. Además que llegamos desde aquí volando. ¿O no? ¿No? ¿Llegamos o no llegamos? Creo que no. No, no llegamos. ¿Oliwi? No, me encerré. Ay, sí. ¿Hola? Cállate. Ah, lo bueno es que me reconocieron. Soy el prota. Ah, no. Chucha. Give me aspen. Embarco. Ok. Aquí piola. Ya. Está bueno que tengas todas esas misiones. No. Pero vos son caleta.
Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
¿Quieres comida? ¿Carne de ave? Creo que tengo mucha carne de ave. Ah, sí, tengo un montón. Uno menos. ¿Qué?
Oh, if it isn't the traveler in Paimon.
What? Estaba acá y no me di cuenta, po.
I knew you guys would come.
Hola, Pedro. Tanto tiempo.
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of...
Me acabo de dar cuenta
Yes.
que Macan eras tú el
The
que
stars.
mandaste su emoticón. Como están del mismo color, rojito. Pensé que había sido... yo Ángel. Lo sorry, Macan. Si aún están por ahí, te saludo de vuelta, lo siento. Porque tampoco saludaste, po. Paimon...
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
Este es un tubaro de alquiler.
This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
Es chistoso que haya hecho eso, pero con la boca cerrada.
No, I can't argue with that. Okay, then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero...
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Me van a chantar toda una mini trama por la wea. Lo estoy oyendo.
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it?
Puta la wea, sí.
The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you.
Ay, por la chucha. No quería, weón. Ay, de verdad que no quería.
Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided.
¿Cómo?
You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden
Pero si tengo
dragons
visión,
lurking
pues,
around
¿qué
in
wea?
Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly... Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains.
Okay.
As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world,
Bueno.
it may just be possible.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Por verse, sí. Oh, mira, bueno, de Nemo.
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor. Up to you.
Okay.
You just want him to take part in your tournament.
Gee.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the turn.
What are we
Ok,
gonna do?
tendré que pelear con torneo culiado.
Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get.
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before...
Ok. ¿Cómo no lo visitan? Ah, estaba tapado por el web.
Get ready for the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
Puta. ¿Y usted qué quiere? Ah, no, yo no quería nada. Ok. Vamos subiendo, subiendo. ¿Llegaré? Creo que no, porque... ¿Cómo subo? Creo que no alcanzaría a subir, pero... Me puedo quedar en la... Ok. Vale. ¡No! Pues igual se va a tuerto. ¿Por qué se cayó? Ahora sí yo creo que podemos llegar, ¿eh? Recobramos energía. Vale, vale. No, 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 no. Che, tu madre. Oh, wey, oh, wey.
All clear as far as the eye can see.
Vamos, vamos, falta poco, falta poco. Vamos, sube por ahí. Sube por ahí. Sube por ahí. Gracias. Gracias, gracias. Ah, qué costó. No, no te caigas, no te caigas.
All clear as far as the eye can see.
Vamos, quiero eso. No.
I won't.
Ok. Hola, ¿cómo está, señor? Ok. ¿No quiso me ayuda? Oh, buen desgraciado. Oh, mira un cofre. Me lo robó.
Another
¿O fotogemas? Gracias.
Weapons on this side are quite well maintained.
Ok. ¿Me puedo robar el cofre? Gracias, gracias. Puta wea. Creo que se va a enojar por estar robándolo.
Wow, these will come in handy.
¿O no? Ok. Ya. Creo que este tipo quiere ayuda. ¿Tú eres Yanche? No, tú no eres Yanche. Ok. Vamos a tener que llegar volando otra vez. O sea, si no hago esto, voy a perder la misión y me va a costar un mundo. Puta. La wea. Fíjate, ¿qué? Pero si me indicaba acá. Ah, por la chucha. Es acá.
Get ready for the
¿Por qué me indican dos
Glide
misiones? Qué desagradable. Ah, una amiguita. Ay, qué tierno el amor. Qué tierno el amor. ¿Por qué no hicieron un teleporte para allá? Ahora voy a tener que otra vez, puta la wea.
It's raining again. This will hinder our vision. We must remain vigilant.
Ok. Ya, dirigida la lluvia. Que tenés cuidado. No vayan a electrocutarme. Sería chistoso que me cayera un rayo. Pero no creo. O sea, me han caído cerca, pero creo que nunca me cayó un rayo en este juego. Está brígido el clima, ¿no? Eran tantas misiones, pero al final no querían nada. ¿Por qué habrán puesto esas misiones si al final los buenos no querían ayuda? O sea, no querían ayuda. Vamos arriba.
Ahoy there, lady! Time to set sail!
Oh, le tenía que haber dicho que iba a venir para acá, bueno. Seguro. Creo que entonces va a querer ayuda. Ay, puta. Debí haber activado las misiones al mismo tiempo.
Wow, this weather is awesome.
¿Tú? ¿Pero de qué? Creo que activé misiones que no tenía que haber activado. Ay, aún no hay más recompensa. Que tengo misiones, weón, que tengo que hacer. Juré ya haber hecho esta misión. Acabo de tener un déjà vu.
That's more like it.
Misión culiada y sí,
I'll
pues,
race
weón.
you there.
¿En serio tenía que darle un cosito? Creo que deberían hacer estas misiones de vez en cuando, weón. Listo. Bueno. ¿No era él, po? ¿Cómo que está abajo? Ah, bueno.
My friend.
Y ahora devolver. Aquí, escalar de nuevo. Tengo que escalar de nuevo. Aquí, pero aquí era más fácil. No, mucho más fácil, pero bueno. Recupero un poco y echo un por arriba. Y a volar. O más bien planear. Y llegamos. Subiendo, subiendo. Cállense.
Waves are as calm as always.
El cartero llegó. Las batallas. Vale.
My stock of herbs is running a bit low.
Fueron tres no po. ¿Ya?
The sound of the ocean waves.
Oh, bueno, me dieron moras. Ok. Excelente, creo que desbloqueé esto.
I feel like running.
¿Cómo? ¿Cómo estás, Beidu? A ver. Segunda misión que me mandaste. ¿Dónde tengo que ir? Ay, acá. Bueno, tiene sentido que esté acá, pues. Cerca del barquito. Ay, vamos para allá, vamos a inscribirnos para pelear. Wow. Vamos.
Bet you can't keep up with no one escapes my sight. With all my strength. Let me amuse myself a little. All eyes on me.
Creo que no va a funcionar mucho, pero... Ah, creo que sí funcionó.
Blink.
Ay, buena.
You really know how
gotta get me going.
No, escudo. No, pero atácala a ella. Creo que sí funcionó pegarle con esto. Porque no es completamente inmune.
No escape. Positions. Beauty,
Oh, me lo mataron.
don't leave me.
Eyes on me!
Vamos, vamos.
Over here. Oh, now you've got me worked up.
Vamos, vamos. Muere, 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 muere. Falta poco, falta poco. ¡Bueno, muérete! Puta. Ah, bien, bien, bien. No, se pidieron a Niloupo.
Wow, these will come in handy.
Sí, creo que voy a usar comida para revivir. Hágase la revivición y coma hace esto. Para allá. No de pecate, que está recién harto daño. Bueno, que igual. Oh, no maté. Puta la wea. ¿Cero no lo maté?
Get ready for the gliding champion of monsters.
¡No! Puta la wea. Cangrejo. Cangrejo. Ah, no, era la munición. Tenía para pitearme harto pajaritos. No importa, tengo harta comida de pollo. Puta la wea. ¿Correo? Oh, bueno. Oh, buena. Oh, buena. Ah, no he canjeado las fotogemas. ¿Cuánto tengo? Creo que tengo para 2. Para 2. Ok, de esto de acá no me interesa a nadie. O sea, me interesaba ella, pero... solo tengo un ánimo, así que... no me serviría mucho. Y tampoco me sirve este bueno. Así que... 1041 cositos los voy a juntar cuando salga algo mejor. O algo que me interese, aunque sea de los de acá, po. Si hay alguno de estos que me interese para el siguiente banner, podría lanzar. ¡Oh! Pobre cangrejo, lo hice mierda. Tenía que haber atrapado. Bueno, gracias. No voy a colocar un cosito acá porque igual está complicado de llegar. ¿Cómo fue? Allá. ¿Un cuadro? ¿Estará más arriba el otro? Igual podría subir porque mira, hay un cosito ya. No veo que está por acá. No. No, no, no. Pero sube la weá, Amber. Se pone tonto de repente. Oh, mira, hay un cosito de fantasma. ¿Dónde está el cosito? ¿Dónde lo vi? ¿Dónde está? Bueno, encontré fantasma. ¿Dónde estaba el cosito naranjo que vi? Yo vi un cosito naranjo.
I won't let you down.
Puta, yo lo había visto. Ah, bueno, era la otra montaña. Bueno, los fantasmas hemos encontrado. Vamos. Vamos, ¿dónde está? Subamos por el arbolito. Bueno. ¡Ay, me caigo! Acá. Pero igual se llega, así que no hay problema. Ah, mira, paja, subir esa wea. Acá hay un cofre. Cofre de arbolito. Buena, buena.
Wow, these will come in handy.
Y ahora sí vamos a inscribirnos.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters. Hello! Are you here to compete in the...
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then allow just anyone to take part. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So, Paimon's wondering, are you a renowned fighter?
Ay, me está dando un poquito de frío. Tengo que cargar el celular, que me está quedando sin batería.
Me? Only a former runner-up.
Uh-huh. Also, that doesn't sound like the most official tournament.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for... Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were two of them trying to escape. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness.
Qué manera de
I didn't know
alargar
what
en
hit
las
'em.
cosas. Yo quiero pelear.
I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled out a knife. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us. I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2-1, but I still got the upper hand. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them. And hand them over to the Millilith. I received quite the commendation.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work. Alright, we're
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to a pair of...
Ah, agresivo, pensé que iba a ser una misión o algo.
Hi there! Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain the...
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty
famous. He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is nowhere... He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many... To the Lingshan clan, he teaches a special technique known as
force dispersal.
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you and neutralize attacks without moving. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist or change the direction of an incoming stone.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to grips with the very basics.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to pay the tuition fees and still have nothing to show for all our training.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to show you're sincere about it.
Ya, como que podría ser... También podría ser como una forma de... Como una forma de... para no tener tanto buenos, claro. Si pagan, pueden estar acá. Un filtro.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Master is getting in. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made...
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Te la compro.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Lingshan clan will go down in history.
En los anales.
Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the...
See you in the arena.
¿Ahora podemos ir a la arena?
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash
Sí.
too? If so, seems I found myself another...
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as a champion.
Culiao arrogante.
For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person.
Okay.
I know how that sounds, but let me explain.
No
I've lived a
expliquen nada,
successful
puta
life
wea.
so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and in most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person.
Estoy seguro
Of
que
course,
tú
I'd
no
never
lo
let
sientes
the
así, ¿no?
praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection yet, because there's one thing I'm still missing.
Vale.
A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, they very kindly made special arrangements on my behalf. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, to have so many good friends in my neighborhood.
¿Entonces no eres luchador?
Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high achiever by nature, you don't mince your words, do you? The arena will be the judge.
Es que mucha teoría tampoco funciona, pues tiene que ser hasta práctica también.
Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get...
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much...
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? Alright, your son next, please. What's your name?
Zapterino.
Wait, aren't you? Oh, did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Creo que tengo un poco de fama, ¿eh?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god?
Sí.
Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph later.
Paimon está disfrutando de los elogios.
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against all sorts of monsters.
Ah, no, ¿verdad? Nosotros no tenemos visión, por lo que tiene una cuestión rara que es para ver weá está rara, o sea, para ver cositas que no están. Pero claro, visión como tal no tiene. El juego te da visiones para que tú cambies el elemento, pero él como tal no tiene visión, po.
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide a few claims to fame? It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Okay, sí.
Yeah! Also, don't forget to mention that the previous battles include, but are not limited to, Storm Terror, Dvalin, and Fatui Harbinger
No,
Child.
lo dijo todos.
Whoa.
Ah, está bonita. Vamos a guardar la fotito.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
Mira, también podríamos grabar esta, ¿no?
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. By a long shot.
Tomo con hack.
Right, your registration is complete. Now, a brief word about a great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing.
To win the tournament and claim the grand prize.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as...
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance then. Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important reason for being here. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll...
Tendré que pelear como este weón. Si así me va a costar porque no lo tengo leveleado.
So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win. All right, it's showtime!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please...
Espero que...
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now.
Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
Come on, let's go sign up.
How am I supposed to win now?
Pero cuenta con manito nuevo, pues yo estoy con espada.
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
Okay, ¿qué fue eso?
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that guy.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint.
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the so come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
All right. Let me think how to act. You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might... You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised... And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, for one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy. So, I'm putting you straight...
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy...
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise.
He subido de rango.
Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
To be fair, Paimon was...
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there...
Ok, nos vamos a la semifinal.
We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high... Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semi... You may well be stronger than him, but this should not get very well. Show me...
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting.
Ok, vamos.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become... I do not doubt your abilities, but...
Relax, my guys
Vamos.
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun.
Ow.
Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
No, ahí sí. Igual está costando. Ah, esquivado. Au. Au. Murecido. Uy, mariposa putra, wey.
I'm sweating all over. It's a congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon, if you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the...
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said, but mine, I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power...
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your...
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters. And only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from...
Wow! Now that's true!
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me.
By the way, do you know who else...
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have, so don't get...
¿Quién será?
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round.
Ay, qué manera tan mala orgánica de extender la wea.
Match. What a stunning performance. I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent, still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Ay, y ahora, ¿cómo que no lo vimos si estamos aquí mismo?
Hey there!
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, why didn't you dodge? But he was pretty much out cold. Why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge, don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match time had already passed and I had to forfeit. I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise, I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts.
Oh, alright then. Hope your buddy...
Thanks, I'll do my best.
Puta los culiao.
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar with Bop, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on... I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be stronger than the one we faced?
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have some... As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case,
Tengo
then
un
I have a
déjà vu
proposal
sobre
for
esto.
you.
Como que ya lo jugué
Let's
o
go
lo
somewhere a
vi.
little quieter, shall we? I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
¿Qué wea? ¿Por qué se me cayeron las weas? Qué chucha. Se me cayeron las aplicaciones. Ok, a ver. Calma, vamos que se me reinició el board. Vale. Ok, todo funciona. Perfecto. Aló, 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 aló. Bien, bien.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge regarding your opponent's particular skill set. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive...
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Curiosapo.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that come with me. Some post-match entertainment.
Ah, espérate, ¿él es el loro?
Maybe we can go talk to Beto.
Puta la wea.
Surely she's gotta know something.
Ok. Extendamos esta cosa. ¿Por qué no? ¿Por qué no? A la gente le gusta extenderse. ¿Por qué hay cosas botadas? No me las comí todas. Menos que no se habían desaparecido. Ah, ¿qué quiere, señor?
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the...
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental ability, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elementals. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, since a young age I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that...
As crazy as all that sounds...
My humble abilities are negligible compared to you. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent. Like that of some mysterious being.
Paimon.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell. It's weird.
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy, and even...
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told him whatever came to mind.
Cara, Julia.
It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along... Honestly, even Paimon doesn't
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the god. However, I still wish to have the honor of... Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then, let's test your...
Ah. No hago nada de daño. No, me luego hace buen daño. Au. Vamos, vamos.
No one escapes my sight.
¡Ay, corre! Vamos, vamos. Buenísimo. Ahora sí. Muérase, señor. ¡Ay, corre! Puta la buena.
I'll race you there.
Vamos, vamos. ¡Oh! Che tu madre.
Let it rain.
Ay, ay, ay. Que muero. Que muero. No. Ay. ¿Qué onda ese efecto? ¿Por qué se muere tanto? No. Murió.
Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables he relies entirely on the element of surprise. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no— Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies all known principles.
Desocupé a Amber Pogon, qué mierda.
The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the god, and what influences the god's decision to— My apologies. You must be complete for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any question. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in circumstance in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro Archon now doubt these criteria?
Algo le de pasado
Or
ahora,
even
tío.
the act in— Not to mention, with no new Electro visions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the ride.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her— Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity— It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these—
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answer. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted.
No, me
If you
llegas
have no
tarde.
other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's—
Todo un poquito fome tu bla bla. Oh, buena onda. Me teleportearon.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! This is the final match! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long last, the 2 finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen him, he strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers—
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match in the— But today's final round will surely take things— As for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived. Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up. Apologies! Everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't— Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
¿Cómo se robó el premio?
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would—
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beto.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful... The culprit has only acted. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it.
Well, if you insist. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to...
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can sense...
Vientos de guerra. Uy, bueno. ¿Llegó Ribito? ¿Se ve o no, Ribito? Este Ribito... Está cagado de sueño, weón. Bueno, despertó un poquito, pero estaba cagado de sueño recién. Creo que debería comer algo.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
Vamos por aquí. Ay, este weón no. No, me equivoqué. Me cae mal este weón. Ah, eso calladito, mierda. Au.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Prepare yourself.
Vamos. Una flor, ¿eh? Esto le duele, todo le duele. Oh, que se me va a caer. Ay. Vamos. Ay. Bien. Sobrevivió. Ah, pero no era... Puta, no era eso. ¿O sí?
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
Puta.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
¡No! No me acabó el tiempo. Ay. Llega, mierda. No quiero poner.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Freeze!
Este buen llegó aquí, ¿no? ¡Que lo bola! ¡Ah, también que lo bola! oye. Que se muera. Que se muera. Adiós. ¡Ay, es amigo!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Tratemos de no hacer peleas inútiles. Oh, momento. Oh, aquí está.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about?
Llegamos volando.
Oh, I get it. Your vision. Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I... In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. Namely, speed, stealth, and style.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire in
Fine. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters.
Aha! So you were supposed to be our...
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then, after watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to... I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow, you still managed. After all I went through to get it? I think not. I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arm.
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the... It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot...
Whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
Julio Brigio.
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel.
Ok, no Julio Brigio la cagaron. Ay.
If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
Ok.
Go, Baron Bunny! Ha!
Congelado. 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 Congelado.
Sayonara special!
Más congelado. Au.
Eyes on me!
Just you watch. I'll have my revenge eventually.
Ah, esto me cogí.
No. Do what you want, but please.
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable. And
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his
En verdad
hands.
se hubiera activado en la batalla, pero no.
When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I want from the moment he stole the vision. I decided I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision. After seeing you command multiple elements, come, why don't you give it a try?
The vision didn't...
I see. So you are also unable... No matter. This was expected.
Yeah, what's the story behind this?
The story begins with an old friend.
Ok, me va a contar su historia.
He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over.
No.
I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face?
Pucha. Y vamos a echar pollo.
Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god.
Qué linda historia, weón.
Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless.
Ay, qué linda historia, weón, la cagó. ¿Te gustó la historia, Revito? ¿O no la escuchaste? No, no pescó. Este weón no pesca.
But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of... All right then. It's time we returned.
Vamos.
Allow me to gather the wind for us.
Ah, agradecido, me llevaron de vuelta. ¿Qué? ¿Todos se fueron?
Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe she went back to her...
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with one another.
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a...
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified. And our hero here is the champion.
Okay.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
En todo caso.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the champion's medal to award you.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip.
Pues bueno, Rito quería ir al baño. Yo con mi audífono, poquito. ¿Quieres subir allá? Venga. Arriba.
In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
¿Y lo tiene que tener activo todo el tiempo o es algo pasivo?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest.
Bueno, sí.
Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all...
Paimon believes you'll find a...
Thank you. May both our journeys prove... One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the...
Okay. Gracias. Ay, sí. ¿Ya ha pasado tiempo? Fue recién un poco. Pero volvamos. ¿Qué hora es? Las 3. Yo creo que voy a seguir un poquito más. No, acá.
Welcome to Second Life. Satisfaction.
Casi no uso tomate, pues, qué wea. No, gracias. Este venderá algo entre las puertas, wea. Pescadito. Cangrejitos. Sí, hay comida con cangrejos. Como que por algo se viene otra cosa. Callampas, verdad que allí puedo comprar callampas. Eso también. Azúcar. También. Bueno, hay muchas cosas con azúcar, así que si puedo comprar azúcar y evitarme tener que crearlos, se agradece. Vale. Oh, bueno. Como dice ahí el echado automático, arigato, José y más. Vale, y ahí sale el comando SO, bonito. Excelente, ahora sí funciona bien, po. Muchas gracias, Versex10. ¿Qué estáis jugando? Vi que estaba ahí en vivo, pero no caché que estáis jugando. Muchas gracias. Y a todos los que vengan con él, bienvenido. Yo soy ZapTersZ. Mi perro se llama River, el cual está mimiendo ahí. A ver si se ve bien. Ahí está mimiendo. Ah, te desperté, lo siento. Ah, bueno. Aunque recién se acostó ahí porque me pidió ir al baño y se pegó su sendo cagoncito. Así que ahora está ahí durmiendo. Bienvenidos a todos, como dije. Yo aquí estoy avanzando a la historia de Genshin. Que estoy terriblemente arrasado. En parte porque dejé el juego abandonado. Yo lo estaba cocinando. Estaba buscando comida. A ver. Esto es mucha comida. Y vale, por el follow. Muchas gracias. Hi the Cats. Bienvenido o bienvenida. A ver, tengo comida que hacer. A ver, tengo este de acá. Aquí. Ya, le estoy dando prioridad a los que aún me falta por tener la maestría. Por ejemplo, este. Vamos a cocinar. Para. ¿Cuánto puedo hacer? 4, 16, 4 más. Uy, casi fallo. ¿O fallé? No fallé. Vamos, otra más. Y otra más. Y otra más. Y bueno, serán todos. Comida. Sí, puedo hacer 13, ¿no? Y 3. Bueno, y uno gratis, gracias. ¿Te estás quemando? No, no te estás quemando. Ahí tenemos aquí donde está desgraciado que está acá arriba. A ver, ¿qué quieres? A ver, ¿qué molestas ahora?
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct?
Es correcto.
Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
¿Hace cuánto que bloqueó la ciudad esta desgraciada?
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning.
¿Qué hace, perro?
Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway.
¿Tiene calor? ¿Tiene mimos? Pues que no te alcanzo por River. Ah, aquí sí. Mimos, mimos. Muchos mimos. Ya. La flota casi completada. Ya.
Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're
Las
aboard.
anclas, estoy a bordo.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
No sé que Beidou es una persona de palabras.
Of course. There are many things that the captain insists upon.
La
I'm
capitana tiene
sure
una
you'll
fuerte
see for
sentido de
yourself once you're on
responsabilidad.
board.
Estoy seguro que lo verá por ti mismo una vez que estés a bordo.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in
Entonces,
order.
¿te marchas? Supongo que me corresponde felicitarte. Ok, muchas gracias.
Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement.
No logro.
Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ah, ¿por qué me dice eso? Me carga.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
Prácticamente nos vemos todos los días. Ah, ¿verdad que se supone que es la misma que está en la otra ciudad, po? ¿O es como la enfermera Joy, que hay una en cada lugar y es igual? Porque si es así, la he visto varias veces.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami
Ah, no,
Island.
no, es la misma. No. Es exactamente la misma. No es no es como la enfermera Joy de los centros Pokémon.
Another Catherine in Inazuma? See, there's no need to get all sappy now.
Ah, pero ¿qué esa cara?
Well, I guess it's
Supongo
time
que es
for you to bid
hora
farewell to
de que
Liyue
se despidan
Harbor.
de
Now that
Liyue.
I've delivered my message, I'll
Ahora
be
que he
heading
entregado
back.
mi mensaje,
The
volveré.
ship is currently anchored off of Guyun Stone
El
Forest.
barco está anclado actualmente, bosque, piedra, Guyun.
Thanks for coming all this
Bueno,
way
vamos
to let us
para
know.
allá, dicen.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard.
Lo bueno es que ahora puedo irme al barquito, ¿no? Ok. Vamos al barquito. Pum. Ya no tengo que volar hacia él. Y eso es bueno. A ver, ¿hay más cositas que robar por acá? Bueno, gracias. Beidou. Vamos por Beidou. Buenas. A ver, más bla bla.
You finally made
Ojo al
it.
parche, a fin estás aquí.
All these years, come
Intentos-
rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay.
Ni en tempestades logré
If there were
enderezar
anyone
la
else, we
flota.
might have set sail
Ok.
already.
Si no se tratara de vos, ya habría zarpado. Che, bueno. Y yo soy el que te está esperando. ¿Qué
Don't
caso
look
me
too serious, I'm
hinchando?
only joking. You're just on
Hemos
time.
llegado
The
justo a
crew's
tiempo.
just finished making final
La
preparations.
tripulación acaba de terminar con los últimos preparativos.
Well, now that everyone's here, we
Estamos
set
todos
sail for the
listos.
land engulfed by storm and tempest.
Vamos a nadar, o sea, a navegar. Como piratas. ¿De verdad puedo estar haciendo nada? ¿O no debería estar haciendo algo? ¡Emma! ¡Buena! Vale por esa raid. Y aquí se ve por segunda vez mi super automágicamente colocado. Buena. Y que cabros. Sigan a Emma. Juega jueguitos. Manquea en los juegos igual que yo. Al final, ¿qué estáis jugando? ¿Estáis jugando esta cosa del... Esta cosa que es como el... Hay que colocar la bombita. Ya se me olvida el Valorant, ¿no? ¿Estáis jugando Valorant? Mira, estoy zarpando por fin. Por fin avanzo en la historia. Espérate, ¿ya llegamos? ¿Tan rápido? Pero no que era complicado llegar hasta acá. Ok, supongo que... ok.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, there. Okay.
So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain.
Espérate aquí.
And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Sí, sí. Polizones, invitados, creo que es casi lo mismo. No, Paimon, no te
Blame your
ofendas.
almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately.
O sea, ya había entrado antes.
Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay.
Ok.
Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma,
Toma.
a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see
Sí,
you.
también quiero conocerte.
Toma, these two are...
Somos el
No
prota.
need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders
O sea, ¿me
stirring deeds
conocen?
at bay.
Entonces no voy a pasar muy piola por esta ciudad. Po.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
Me hablan de mí, Paimon, no de ti.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts.
Rito.
If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
Ok, te tienes fichado, cabrón.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Ya no me da confianza este cabrón.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler.
Ah, ¿verdad? Pues bueno,
Remember to
también
give
vino
it
con
your
nosotros.
all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
See you later.
Seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye.
Adiós, Beidu, aunque te tengo en mi equipo. Así no.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border check.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's
No,
hands?
dejar la cagada.
Don't underestimate
No
the
subestimen
reaches of the Sokoka
al
decree.
alcance del
You wouldn't
decreto
be
de
able
cierre
to
fronteras.
avoid inspection even if you tried.
Ok. Entonces, ¿a dónde podemos llegar así, piola?
So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Aunque la adaptemos un poquito. Ok. Ok, pues hemos llegado a... ¿Dónde estamos? Ah, sí, por supuesto. No tengo nada, pues sí. No conozco esta mierda de mapa. ¿Dónde estoy, bueno? Ah, vale. Vale. ¿Qué pasa si me tiro al agua? Nada. No puedo subir. Ah, gracias. A ver, hay un teleporte. ¿Qué hay en la caja? Plata. ¿Cómo está, señor? Déjeme activar esto. Oh, ya está activado. Bueno. Está bonita la foto. Ok. Sigamos a donde tenemos que ir. ¿Pescar? Oh, pescar. Bueno, otro día. ¿Qué pasa si me voy así a la mala? Adiós, cabrón. ¿Podría llegar acá? Hola, cabrón. Soy un fugitivo, soy un polizón. Soy un indocumentado. Ah, sí, puedo pasar. Perfecto. Bien. Pero, ¿de verdad puedo avanzar así a la mala? No, supongo que sí. Te veo. Hola, cabros. Sí, menos mal. Pensé que me iban a bloquear el paso. Pero no. Puedo venir por acá. Mira, hay vallas. A ver, tengo que acercar el cosito. No me sirve. ¿Hola? Buena. Fíjate, ¿era el único que había? Ah, no, acá hay otro. Y acá hay otro. Ah, no, la wea es gigante. Bueno, hemos descubierto todo esto. Y creo que por aquí... Sí, creo que por aquí están las cosas que necesito para subir a la otra desgraciada. O a la ninja que tengo que también es de electro. Buena. Ya, avancemos un poquito de misión y lo podremos... ¿Cómo que está desactivado? Pero si lo activé recién. Ah, es porque estoy acá. ¿Ahora sí? Ahora sí, po. Yo soy estúpido. Ya. Tratemos de, no sé, por eso. ¿Quién usted? No. ¿Qué me estáis vendiendo, amigo? Nada. Puta la wea. Vamos, vamos. No, Amber, por favor. No se ponga tonta.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Por favor,
Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit.
falsifíqueme los papeles,
except you
por
don't.
favor.
You must be new here.
Algo así.
Excuse me? Please
¿Cómo te
provide the
proporciona
information
solicitada?
requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
¿Venimos a comerciar con vino y minerales o venimos a buscar a mi hermana? Oh, está mejor.
Currently, only members of the International Trade Association are authorized to engage in the import and export of goods. Do you have your trader's permits?
Ahora procede a decirle, sí, aquí está mi permiso, junto con un billete.
My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
Claro, Julio.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome
Y
to
así de
retail.
fácil. Ok.
Where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency.
Y tanta cuestión que le pusieron a esta ciudad que nada, que esta cuestión está bloqueada y que son brigios y bueno. Fue una falsificada así súper simple.
They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well.
No tengo opción.
Now, let's head
Vamos
over
al
to the
buró.
Outlander Affairs
Que mira es un
Agency.
buró. No sé qué es un buró. Google qué es un buró.
Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
Ya, esto sí. Órgano dirigente de algunas asociaciones, especialmente partidos políticos. Vamos a ver. Vale. ¿Dónde es? Vale. Y así hemos burlado la seguridad de esta ciudad, nación o como sea. Fácilmente. Pero que en serio, le pusieron mucho color para decir que esta cuestión de que estaba bien protegido, de que nadie podía entrar como si nada. Y yo estoy como si nada, po. ¿Cómo está, amiguita? Lo único como que todo muy morado.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency, both of you?
¿Ah, sí?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
Cabro, creo que tengo 1 millón.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
¡Puta, qué ofertón!
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
Julio Coquito.
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Mira, más encima le resultó el desgraciado.
Much obliged.
Ok. Pero al final, ¿quién pagó esas 600 moras? ¿Yo o él?
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. Processing fee is just a figure of speech.
¿Cómo que una explosión?
The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Arculio.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it.
O sea, es bueno tener contactos para poder saltearte estas mierdas. En cambio, si uno llega porque si solo, le va a tocar pagar por no tener amigos o contactos. Me parece una buena estrategia.
The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty
Un
aspiration.
poquito nomás, un poquito.
After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe. Huh. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will
Sí.
encounter in this world.
Vamos a
Who's to
encontrarla
say
sí
you
o
won't
sí.
happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Ya, cuéntame, ¿cuánto me va a costar o qué tengo que hacer?
Really? Wow, the Rito Fixer is better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there,
Siempre hay un pero, siempre hay un pero. ¿Qué quieres?
connections come at a high price, you understand?
¿Qué quieres?
Not you too.
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about
Yeah.
Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people
Hay
solve
que
some
hacer
of their problems
favores
first.
para ganarse la amistad y después hago un favor y ellos después me van a tengo que cobrar ese favor y ese favor ayuda a otro favor, ayuda a otro weón y ese weón me da contacto por aquí y así hacemos una red de contactos hasta que de repente pum pum Llegamos hasta arriba.
I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are recently things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help.
Yeah.
The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Vale, vale. ¿Cuánto llevamos ya de directo? Llevamos 5 horas, casi 6 horas. Cuando llega a las 6, yo creo que unos 10 minutos más y cortaría. ¿Hola? Ah, hola. ¿Tú? Ah, está en Sumero. Vale, 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 vale. Esto no es Inazuma como tal, pero es un pueblo más cercano. Ya, creo que ahora sí... gracias. Ahora sí le podría entender por qué fue tan fácil llegar hasta acá. Esto es como la isla de los forasteros. Ya, ¿no me habías dado algo? ¿No me había dado un regalito? Si me dio algo, no me enteré.
Sorry.
Ah, acá está. ¿Ya? ¿Qué onda pasó aquí? O bueno, supongo que es él.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose. Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your
Este Juan también
savings all
sabe
at
de la
once.
wea.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes, left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is...
¿Los monstruitos?
Those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
La comisión Kanjo.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything.
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and they just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this Crystal Marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for Crystal Marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax... It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens... We've tried communicating with the... But this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over
Claro,
the
si están a
ever-present
la
roar
mierda.
of thunder.
De hecho, ya es un milagro que lo dejen estar acá.
Do an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. What do you think we should do?
That vendor.
Obvio.
I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea.
¿Y si sapiamos dónde lo consigue para que todos los demás lo puedan conseguir?
How do we find him?
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association, and you're new... If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast.
Got it. We're on the case.
If you want to taste Mondstadt's great wines, then look no further.
Yo vengo de allá. Puta. Ya, aquí. Aquí está el conjunto.
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? Haha, very funny. Real fixers don't need to refer to themselves that way. I wasn't born yesterday, you know.
Casi.
So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business.
Es que somos estúpidos. ¿Cómo vamos y preguntamos eso?
Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they?
Algo así.
They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me...
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's check.
Según debería tener info de dónde se podría conseguir. O por lo menos puede que tenga la idea de dónde podría estar. Hola.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
Ayudarnos a ayudarte.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have suddenly shot up. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
Oh, está hediondo, Rivito. Ah, entonces no hace mucho que cerraron las puertas. Yo pensé que había pasado décadas.
What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him,
Deja
but
pensar,
over
personaje
time, with
no
decree
algo.
after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in.
Abogar por el sentimiento de su tierra antigua.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers.
Rita tenía una pesadilla. Hola de nuevo.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt?
Sí, de allá vengo.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back. Oh, my hometown, the home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
Pobrecillo.
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you?
Casi.
Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right.
Vamos, creo que está
Look at them
funcionando.
floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss...
Liyue.
Una florcita.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it. You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I
Sí, pues,
suppose
weón.
they are far
Y vos lo
from
estáis
home,
timando con
just
esta
like
weá,
me.
o sea, lo estáis dejando pobre. Weón.
Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look... All right, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
Cuente.
Talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, so come on, get it off your chest.
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. Keijiro and his companions.
Mira, sabía que era algo sospechoso.
They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on. Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious.
Obviamente que sí, weón.
As it happens, I handed some mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Sí, me interesa.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Me interesa completamente, pero lo voy a dejar para otro día. Bueno, al menos ya llegué a esta ciudad. Fuera de stream voy a explorar estas cositas de acá. Pero trataré de no avanzar en la historia. Pero sí, por lo menos tener el mapa limpiecito. Así que vamos a cerrar el jueguito. Pum, pum, pum. Oh, estuvo interesante, ¿eh? Partimos mal este directo, pero lo estamos terminando de una manera piola. Por fin descubrí otra ciudad más. Y ya con eso me tiene feliz. Así que... A ver, de los cabros que están en vivo... Ya, creo que le puedo hacer directo a este desgraciado. Llevo una hora y tanto. Ya, sí, le voy a hacer una raya. Creo que él me hizo una raya el otro día. Así que... Muchas gracias por verme hoy. Muchas gracias a los que me hicieron raid. Muchas gracias a Emma. Muchas gracias a Versek 10. Muchas gracias por hacerme raid. Muchas gracias a los que me siguieron hoy. Le agradezco un montón. Y como digo siempre, muchas gracias por seguirme. Aunque se hayan quedado unos 5 minutitos o un minutito, hayan dejado su hora y chao. Se agradece un montón porque eso quiere decir que al menos estoy haciendo algo bien. O por lo menos por compromiso o por simplemente amistad, buena onda. Yo lo agradezco siempre un montón. También agradezco que hayan invertido su tiempo conmigo y me hayan acompañado o se hayan reído conmigo o de mí, porque siempre soy un manco para estas cosas. Así que estoy bien. El viernes lo más seguro es que siga jugando con un jueguito de plataforma. Quizá retome el Rayman. Y después no creo que juegue con Genshin, pero sí podría avanzar en Pokémon. Estamos cerca del cuarto gimnasio, así que creo que podría empezar con eso. Pero bueno, de aquí al viernes pueden pasar muchas cosas, así que eso estaré avisando por ahí. Muchas gracias por ver. Nos vamos a ir a la RAI. Este cabrón está jugando este jueguito de God of War Ragnarok. Así que nos vamos con él. Yo me despido. Cuídense, cabros. Tomen agua. Chao, chao.